Hello, everybody. September 23rd, 2021. How's everyone doing after that beautiful equinox yesterday of equal balance of day and night? Pretty cool, huh? It's also the launch of a lot of things going on. So you're hearing a lot of reporting about deadlines and this coming up and that coming up and swapping this and swapping that and information and so on and so forth. And it all has to do with your ascension, your ascension, your ascension, your ascension. So I am not big on the branding of words, and I don't like to fall into those categories. However, I've used them just to simply describe certain things, just to keep it simple for general information. So Spirit has said to me, it is the evolution of consciousness, right? And it is also, it's the elevation of consciousness. So it's the evolution, right? Is how you're ascending upward. It's the elevation is how you're ascending upward. But you can take the word ascending out of it. It's really a growth on how to release all things that no longer serve you, and literally dismissing all of the contracts, the cords, and all things that no longer serve from the past, bringing you forward into this present now moment as a clean slate, so to speak. So for those who have been on the journey, it's going to be a little different moving forward. Moving forward, it's going to be, you're really going to have to put on your spiritual athlete outfit. All right. And each modality might require a new outfit. All right. So if you're here to join in on this spiritual athletic team, so you've done your work up to now, you've cleansed yourself out, you're ready to start anew. Every time something old comes up, you remember, gone, released, no longer has any power over any of this, any of this, any of this. And you kind of go into like this unknown void where you're not quite sure what outfit to have on, honestly. And it can kind of feel like Groundhog Day. Yeah, I know. I've been in it off and on. So apparently we're going through these time warps right now. And I really didn't put much stock into it until I just felt odd. Like I didn't quite know where I belonged. And even walking back into my house today, everything felt different. Like it was just different. And my head's buzzing, which tells me information is coming in. So my spiritual athlete outfit today might be just to stop, drop, sit, connect with my breath, and just ask what's happening here, right? And see if I can get answers. Yesterday was stop, drop, lay down. Like literally lay down and just be quiet. And just allow them to work on me. So that was really scruffy outfit. Hair in a ponytail. Oh yeah, drenched a couple times because it was pouring down rain here in the DC area. So I want to just talk a little bit about this, evolution and elevation of consciousness. And it's really just opening your mind to whatever has been happening isn't for real. Like it's like all of a sudden things don't make sense, and that did make sense, but you really didn't know that they made sense because you really didn't think about them in the way that it's coming through now. And things just feel off. And if things were to continue down this path, it would be the runaway train that nobody nobody, no spiritual athlete could even catch. But for those of us who are here joining our collective tribes as a spiritual athlete, it's like we're waking up to this information that just doesn't have any rhyme or reason, because we can't put a finger on it, because we're trying to use our linear noggin here. And really it's about here. So as you begin to do this opening and evolution of consciousness, and you're like, things just aren't, I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to allow myself throughout the day to continue to ask my guides to bring this information in. Like what's really happening, and how am I a part of all of this for the highest good of the all that is in this beautiful universe that you are. Okay? So I would strongly suggest just slowing your roll and detox from all these channels and that you're tuning into. This is going to happen, that's going to happen. Oh, we're going to move the date on this. Oh, that's not going to happen. So-and-so is going to come back and be our savior, and so on. None of it quite feels and fits into the puzzle that you're figuring out where you are in this puzzle. But what piece are you in this puzzle? And I can promise you, if you're just sort of figuring it out, like where it is that you are to be, you'll be guided, because next thing you know, you'll hear a conversation from someone, or you'll pick up a YouTube that's more neutral, right? And more information will come with you that will make you be inquisitive to, okay, I got that. Now what else, right? And it'll rock and change your world. It'll be a wave that you've never ridden before. And you're going to find that the elbow next to you on either side might have some similar thought processes on that, but doesn't quite know how to speak up about it. So this is all about unblocking this fifth chakra by opening the heart, tuning this down just a little bit, and just allowing things to flow through here. Okay? And see what information you can get. So as a spiritual athlete, then you know what path to take, or multiple paths to take, just by dropping back and listening with your heart center versus just your outer ears that take things into the brain and scramble them around and translate them with the only language and meaning and understanding and understanding that you think you have, because it's all been pre-programmed. And our mind always wants to look for things familiar and try to attach it there and put it in that file folder. But remember, you've claimed your sovereignty. So none of those file folders have anything in them. So if something comes in and it looks like it needs to be in one of these, maybe you need to open a new file folder of the unknown and start collecting in there and shuffling and sifting for more information that you can place in that file folder, so that you can begin to understand that anything from before really doesn't apply. It doesn't apply because it just doesn't feel right. And it doesn't feel right because you're having an evolution of consciousness. You're having an elevation of consciousness where there's just enough snippets that make you think, what is going on here? Okay? And do your best to go for the answers within here, because you've really placed in here all the information that's needed. And so Every guide, every memory, everything is in here. It's in here. Even if your sight comes online and you can see it out here, it's still a projection, okay? Like a holographic projection. And look for swirling energy and little orbs coming around, because those are your little guides going, hey, we're here, we're right here. Or if you see squares and circles, pay attention to your peripheral, and make time every day for your devotional time of just peace and regeneration, okay? Because you have to regenerate in order to, do anything else. So that requires rejuvenation time, right? Rest, relax. Salt baths are great because they really help to balance the electromagnetics of the aura and so on, as well as detoxing anything physically, because everything happens in the lymph, the fluids, and many of us are feeling like large marges from time to time. Like all of a sudden one day. So we have to step on Mother Earth. Mother Earth has a rhythm. I believe it's 432 megahertz. That rhythm is what helps the biomagnetics of the body. Okay, so all of our shoes have rubber on them and all kinds of different soles. They're not natural soles. So get those shoes off, or get a pair of moccasins that don't have any of that kind of buffer between you and Mother Earth, and start letting that rhythm of Mother Earth come up through the body, through you, and help to and it begins to hum, and then just turn off all this stuff. That busy mind, gotta do, gotta be prepared, gotta have my list, that's all ego-driven things that are nothing but distractions. Just acknowledging something's off is a great way to start your evolution and your elevation of consciousness. So if you need any coaching, any work, someone to bounce things off of, my email's in the description, and my website is now launched. It's a starter website, but it will do. All right, so I'm available. In the meantime, please take this finger or this one, like it all, subscribe to all, leave me a nice little message, and in the meantime, have an amazing